Every time you lose, where do you look? Do you look at the market? Do you look at the news? Do you look at your broker? Do you look at bad luck? That is the blame trap. You look everywhere except at yourself. The blaming trader says the market manipulated me. The blaming trader says the news came out of nowhere. The blaming trader says my broker filled me late. But here's the truth. The market does not know you exist. The news does not care about your position. Your broker did not force you to click that button. You did. You entered the trade. You set the stop. You moved the stop. You stayed too long. You revenge traded. You did all of it. The blame trap keeps you stuck. It keeps you angry. It keeps you losing. And it will never, ever make you a better trader. Now let me show you the winner's shift. It is small. It is subtle. But it changes everything. The winner looks at the same loss. The same screen. The same outcome. But they ask a different question. Not who did this to me, but what did I do wrong? Not why did the market go against me, but why did I enter there? Not how did I get so unlucky, but how can I make sure this does not happen again? That is the shift. From blame to curiosity. From victim to student. From stuck to growing. The market did not change. The loss did not change. The only thing that changed was the question. And that question changes everything. Blame is expensive. Not in dollars. In opportunities. Every minute you spend blaming the market is a minute you are not learning. Every hour you spend angry at your broker is an hour you are not improving. Every day you spend feeling victimized is a day you stay exactly where you are. The blaming trader loses the same money twice. First, the actual loss. Second, the lesson they refuse to learn. The winner also loses. But the winner loses once. They take the loss. They take the lesson. They move on. Over time, the blaming trader has lost hundreds of lessons. The winner has collected hundreds of lessons. That is why one stays stuck. The other grows. Blame costs you more than money. It costs you your future as a trader. Now let me tell you about the power of ownership. Because it is real. And it is the opposite of blame. Ownership is not about guilt. It is not about shame. It is not about beating yourself up. Ownership is about accepting that you made a decision. That decision did not work. That is all. No judgment. No story. Just data. When you own your loss, you take your power back. You stop being a victim. You become someone who can change. The market does not care if you own your loss or not. Your broker does not care. Your friends do not care. But you should care. Because ownership is the only path to improvement. You cannot fix what you do not own. You cannot learn from what you blame on someone else. You cannot grow from a loss you refuse to accept. Own the loss. Not with shame. With power. So how do you actually stop blaming? It is not enough to say, I will stop. You need a system. Step 1. Catch yourself. The moment you feel anger after a loss, pause. Notice what you are about to say. Are you about to blame the market? The news? Your broker? Step 2. Stop the sentence. Do not finish it. Do not say the market. Do not say the news. Do not say my broker. Stop the blame before it leaves your mouth. Step 3. Replace it. Instead of the market took my money, say I lost because. Instead of the news screwed me, say I did not anticipate that. Step 4. Write it down. In your trading journal, write the truth. No excuses. No blame. Just what you did and what you will do differently. Do this for 20 losses. By then, the habit of blame will start to break. And the habit of ownership will start to grow. Now let me tell you how to start winning. Not with a strategy. Not with an indicator. With a mindset. Winning traders do not have special powers. They do not have secret indicators. They have one thing. Ownership. They own every decision. Every entry. Every exit. Every loss. Every win. They do not blame. They learn. Here is how you start winning today. First, accept that you will lose. Not might lose. Will lose. Losses are part of the game. The question is not if you will lose. The question is what you will do when you lose. Second, decide right now what you will do. Write it down. When I lose, I will review the trade. I will find one thing I did wrong. I will write down one thing I will do differently. Then I will move on. Third, follow that plan. Not sometimes. Every time. Not when it is easy. Especially when it is hard. That is how you start winning. Not by avoiding losses. By owning them. Let me leave you with one question. The most important question you will ever answer as a trader. Are you going to keep blaming? Or are you going to start winning? Blaming is easy. It feels good in the moment. It protects your ego. It lets you stay the same. Winning is hard. It requires looking in the mirror. It requires admitting you were wrong. It requires change. But easy has not worked for you. Easy has kept you stuck. Easy has kept you losing. Hard works. Ownership works. Change works. The market does not care which one you choose. The market will keep moving either way. But your results will reflect your choice. Stop blaming. Start winning. The choice is yours. Every trade. Every loss. Every day.